to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. Christ the royal master leads against the foe. Forward into battle, see his banners go. Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. Oh, for a faith that will not shrink, though pressed by every foe, that will not tremble on the brink of any earthly woe, that will not murmur or complain beneath a chastening rod, but in the hour of grief or pain will lean upon its God. A faith that shines more bright and clear when tempests rage without, that when in danger knows no fear, in darkness feels no doubt. Lord, give us such a faith as this, and then whate'er may come, we'll taste and hear the hallowed bliss of an eternal home. A charge to keep I have, a God to glorify, a never-dying soul to save, and fit it for the sky, to serve the present age, my calling to fulfill. Oh, may it all my powers engage to do my Master's will. Arm me with jealous care, as in thy sight to live, and O thy servant, Lord, prepare a strict account to give. Help me to watch and pray, and on thyself rely, assured if I my trust betray, I shall forever die. Rise up, O man of God, have done with lesser things, give heart and mind and soul and strength to serve the King of Kings. Rise up, O man of God, his kingdom tarries long. Bring in the day of brotherhood and end the night of wrong. Rise up, O man of God, the church for you doth wait, her strength unequal to her task. Rise up and make her great. Lift high the cross of Christ, tread where his feet have trod, as brothers of the Son of Man. Rise up, O men of God.
Well, howdy. Laura's here, Reva's here, and Carol's here. Good to see you all. This is Noontime Nuggets. I am your fill-in host, CJ Marshall. And we will be in Proverbs 15. And I'm going to get that banner updated for when we're ready. Hey, Carol. How is everybody doing? Hey, Heather. Good to see you. Laura. Good to see you. Good to see all y'all. Alright, well, we got a good crew already, so, maybe we'll give just another 30 seconds, 45 seconds. Good to see y'all waving at each other. I am doing well. Doing well. Don't forget, we do have the community study in James at 3 o'clock today. So if you want to be a part of that, just let me know. Weaver says, good to see you, CJ. Amos waves. Not Amos. Ezra. I'm tired. Alright, Proverbs 15. A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. The tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness. In the eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding what is good and the evil. The wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness therein is a breach in the spirit. A fool despiseth his father's instruction, but he that regardeth reproof is prudent. In the house of the righteous is much treasure, but in the revenues of the wicked is trouble. The lips of the wise disperse knowledge, but the heart of the foolish doeth not so. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but the prayer of the upright is his delight. The way of the wicked is an abomination unto the Lord, but he loveth him that followeth after righteousness. Correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die. Hell and destruction are before the Lord. How much more than the hearts of the children of men? A scorner loveth not one that reproveth him, neither will he go unto the wise. A merry heart maketh a cheerful countenance, but by sorrow of the heart the spirit is broken. The heart of him that hath understanding seeketh knowledge, but the mouth of the fools feedeth on foolishness. All the days of the afflicted are evil, but he that is of a merry heart hath a continual feast. Better is little with the fear of the Lord than great treasure and trouble therewith. Better is a dinner of herbs with lovers than a stalled ox and hatred therewith. A wrathful man stirs up strife, but he that is slow to anger appeases strife. The way of the slothful man is a hedge of thorns, but the way of the righteous is made plain. A wise son maketh a glad father, but a foolish man, despiseth his mother. Folly is joy to him that is destitute of wisdom, but a man of understanding walketh uprightly. Without counsel, purposes are disappointed, but in the multitude of counselors they are established. A man hath joy by the answer of his mouth, and a word spoken in due season. How good is it? The way of life is above to the wise, that he may depart from hell beneath. The Lord will destroy the house of the proud, but he will establish the border of the widow. The thoughts of the wicked are an abomination to the Lord, but the words of the pure are pleasant words. He that is greedy of gain troubleth his own house, but he that hateth gifts shall live. The heart of the righteous studieth to answer, but the mouth of the wicked poureth out evil things. The Lord is far from the wicked, but he heareth the prayer of the righteous. The light of the eyes rejoiceth the heart, and makes a good report, and a good report maketh the bones fat. The ear that heareth the reproof of life abideth among the wise. He that refuses instruction despiseth his own soul, and he that heareth reproof getteth understanding. The fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom, and before honor is humility. So just a couple of thoughts here. I won't go too long, but he starts off in verse 1 saying, Proverbs 15. He starts off by saying, a soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. Have you ever noticed if you give a soft answer, you won't escalate things? We are looking to defuse situations, and we can do that by giving soft answers and being agreeable. Don't be egging the conversation on. And the tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools pours out foolishness. You can tell who's wise, you can tell who's a fool by what comes out of the mouth. The wise, the righteous, will have helpful things to say. The fools, it just pours out wisdom. It pours out foolishness. Verse 5, a fool despises his father's instruction, but he who receives correction is prudent. Again, a wise man receives instruction. Many of us don't like to be corrected, but Solomon says, if you're wise, you're going to let God correct you. And so, let's see here. The way of the wicked, verse 9, is an abomination to the Lord, but he who loves him or who follows righteousness. Correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way, and he who hates correction will die. Again, that same idea there is correction is good. A fool doesn't like correction. You read the Proverbs and you have a choice. Am I a fool or am I a wise man? And here's how he sets that up. A fool despises correction, but a wise man listens. Am I a fool? Am I a wise man? Will I heed correction? Will I not heed correction? Verse 14, the heart of him who has understanding seeks knowledge. You want to learn more, but the mouth of fools feedeth on foolishness. So again, that's what they're gonna do. That's their nature. Again, verse 18 gets back to the idea of verse 1, the way a wrathful man stirs up strife, but he who is slow to anger allays contention. People who are slow to anger aren't going to escalate situations. They're going to defuse situations. Yeah, well, and then jumping down, verse 20, a wise son makes a father glad, but a foolish man despises his mother. And so, a wise son is going to not bring reproach on the family, right? Makes his father glad, but the foolish man despises his mother. And so, just verse 33, another nugget, the last verse, that there's a lot of nuggets we can get out of this psalm, but the last one is, the fear of the Lord is instruction of wisdom, and before honor is humility. And so he starts off by saying a soft answer turns away wrath, and then bookends it with the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. It is instruction of wisdom, and before honor is humility. That's kind of the answer to, that's the solution to wrath in verse 1. And the solution is fear the Lord, get instruction of wisdom. So those are your nuggets of wisdom for today. Thank you for joining me. I hope that was helpful. to kind of walk through the text a little bit, and we will see you all next time. Hope to see you all for Bible reading in about an hour and 15 minutes. You're welcome, Reba and Laura. Thank you all.